Okay, so just a couple of slides just to finish off. Okay, we're just going to look at some sand dunes, and then we'll move on. Okay, so again, you don't need to sketch this. It's actually in the Bahamian Landscapes book on page 101. All right, let me just confirm that very quickly. All right, this is on page 101 in Bahamian Landscapes. I think it's a good diagram. All right, so it just shows the build up. We look at beach rock in our next lesson. You got your foreshore, which is below water at the high water mark, okay, or the high tide. Our back shore, where people would sit and enjoy themselves. Then you start getting your dunes, okay, and you can see the way the level of vegetation increases as you move backwards, the number of vegetation and also the size of vegetation. All right, so what would happen is this area here at low tide, okay, so when the water isn't covering it, this gets blown back up on here and builds up. All right, and over time the vegetation with its roots and its foliage or its leaves trap more and more sand, which gets blown back and blown back and blown back. Okay, and that's how our dunes form up. What I do want to do is you can do a little table, okay, native species versus invasive species, which were found. Okay, these are your native species. Okay, we got our sea oats, our sea grapes, and our bay geranium. All right, so they can go under your native species, and then invasive, the casuarina, and believe it or not, the coconut tree. All right, so these are invasive or exotic. They've been brought in. So there's you just make a note of those under the correct headings, please. Okay. And then the last thing I want to just look at as well is to try and just show you what I mean about the North Providence or New Providence North Coast. All right, you should know some of these places. We got Old Fort, we got Lyford Key, and we got Clifton out here. Okay, this little bit, actually no, I'll talk about here first. You can see a little kind of headland here, okay, as it comes around and around and around. And again, you can see these kind of C shapes here that I was talking about. So what you will have all along here is deposition for beaches, okay, because they're trapped. There's the trapping points, okay. And also I just want to point out this little bit of Lyford Key. This was Lyford Key, and then Tombolos joined it up like this here naturally. And then what we did is we backfilled in, we reclaimed the land like we read about in Bunnet. Okay, so there's very simple constant steps. We get the deposition, okay, and then it forms a salt marsh, and then we fill it in the rest of the way. So if you look at New Providence or any of the Bahamian Islands, just lots of examples of these coastal landforms. All right, no assignment with today's work, but plenty of notes and stuff to write down. Okay.